Got a few minutes? Let's dig in, because this is going to take a while. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Big and Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of the Good Times Newsline. That's right, the Newsline. Not a flashcast, because there's so much to cover. All right, guys, let's just dive straight into it. First off, I'd like to start off with a story regarding Final Fantasy VII. Now, I said, and I've been saying for nearly a year, maybe even two, I don't mess with any of the newer console stuff. I don't intend to mess with any of the newer console stuff until Square says, hey, guys, remember that game? That Final Fantasy game? We broke it into 3 pieces. We gave you one, and you've been waiting. Well, when they announce what's going on and when the second part was coming out, then I'm in. Well, that day was yesterday, because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth got shown with an epic trailer we're about to dive into, and something else. So let's just take a quick look at this thing. So Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the sequel / second part to the Final Fantasy VII remake project that's been going on for nearly ever. Started before the PlayStation 3. Of course, is a remake of a game that is over 25 years old at this point. So we're well into this. Yes, it's new and it's for PS5, but this is retro, like undoubtedly. So here it is. It's covered. This thing is so massive. Apparently, the second part is so massive, they can't fit it on one disc. That's right. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, 2 discs big. And we're talking like double layer Blu-ray. All right. So double layer Blu-ray, if I'm not mistaken, it's 50. Is it 50 gig per double layer Blu-ray? Or maybe even more? Maybe 50 is the single layer. So what's the install size of this thing? 200 gig? 250 gig? Something like that? Like what's going to happen when you try to put this on a, like, you're just going to uninstall every other game you own. It's just going to be, I bought this machine for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, done. Like, that's wild. 2 discs? I mean, the game looks incredible from the trailer. And I know we're in 720p land because of StreamYard, but go and find all of these trailers. Just go and find them. It's just epicness all over the place. I can't wait to get my hands on this. This is like Nostalgia City. We get the scenes here from Nibelheim. They've got the weird thing where they're messing around with the timeline. They're doing all sorts of weird things with the story. You've got that, like, I don't know if that's supposed to be a fake news report from Shinra saying like, oh, well, there was an attack, but we have them and we captured them, even though you left. There's this weird thing here with Elena, and they're like introducing her like she's a new character, and I'm like, I mean, she was in Final Fantasy VII. It's not like she was an unlockable. She was just a part of the Turks. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what's going on with the story. I'm interested. I'm very intrigued. It looks gorgeous. And I cannot wait to jump in to this world again and get my Final Fantasy VII like new wave on. It is PS5 only for now. I'm sure it's going to go over to other things, PC. I don't think they moved 7 Remake to Xbox, so like it's just hanging out on PlayStation, I guess. So I need one of these. I mean, take a look at this. This is like the Sephiroth Genova fight. Like how wild this looks. Like oh man, I can't even like, it's just, this is like so crazy cool. And it just takes me back to just around graduation, high school, Rich, like looking at this stuff going, man, that'd be cool one day if they were able to do this in like super awesome graphics. Well, here we are. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They had to make this thing into two different products, now 3 different products. Like, I don't even know. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do. And it says early 24. Now this is Square, so I mean I'm going to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not really going to give them benefit of the doubt. Yeah, they didn't say it's coming out in April, right? They didn't say it's coming out in March. This is probably coming out. It's going to get pushed. You know what's going to happen. It's going to get pushed, and it'll be the fall game. You know, it'll come out in September, October, or November, or something like that. I hope not. You know, the other one came out in March because it was right actually in the beginning of the pandemic. So this is we're talking 4 years waiting between parts. You know, obviously, you know, and a system jump because the other one came out on PS4. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. PS5, save the pennies is what it's. You know, that's what this is saying to me. Save those pennies because it's time. It's time. But it looked incredible. That absolutely looked incredible. So in the meantime, though, like, oh, well, we got to wait until early 24. What are we going to do? We need some more Final Fantasy VII action. Well, the fine folks at Square, if you have a phone, I have some other things for you. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis beta is soon, as in like right now you can sign up if you've got an Android device, which I do. And also on iOS, you can like pre-register for the release. I think the release is sooner. I think this is a fall release, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see what happens in the trailer. But this is pretty cool, and it gives you like it's another one of those like, you know, things. This is more along the lines of, you know, like classic Final Fantasy VII with like a little upscaling. I am down with that. You're playing as Zack. You know, it's a mobile game. So I don't know exactly how crazy it's going to be, if there's going to be like crazy monetization options, you know, like I don't know what that means. But I mean, you put Final Fantasy VII in the title, I'm in. You know, at least to check it out, I'm in. And I played what was it, Final Fantasy VII, was it the First Soldier or whatever, the other mobile game. They pulled it. There was like an arena battler. That was pretty fun. But I just didn't have legs because everyone was playing, you know, PUBG and Fortnite and all that kind of stuff, and not a lot of fantasy fans were doing this. So, but this looks pretty rad though. You know, for a mobile game, like even these, I mean, obviously the rendered cutscenes, but come on, you know, you're getting like extra stuff. So Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis coming to a phone near you. And pre-registration begins right now, so you can actually just go in and hit the like, I want this thing, and then it'll say when it's coming out. I want to say it's September 30th, right before my birthday. So like it's pretty cool. So thanks, you know. And then sign up for the closed beta test on Android June 8th, which is 2 days ago, through June 28th. So, you know, hopefully, you know, like if you hit the buttons right on Android, you can get in there. I tried to go to the website and I hit the buttons and I don't know what it does. I hit it and I don't know if you're supposed to get an email or whatever, but you know, that's pretty neat. We'll scrub through this. Like this looks pretty cool. You know, you got it's like Yuffie in there. You got Zack in there. I think there's Aerith and Cloud. I mean, they're all hanging in there. Like very cool stuff. Doesn't matter to me if it's on mobile or not. I'm in. I am all in on this. So that's cool. It's very, very cool. Speaking of things that I'm in on, Sega came in and said hello and said, hey, you know that Sonic guy? There's a new one. And it's called Sonic Superstars, and I'm already in. Why am I in? Well, take a look at this thing here. Take a look at this. All right, cool. You get the classic thing. And then he goes, whoop, into like the 2.5D world, and he's like, wait, how do I look like this? And I'm like, ooh, 2.5D in the Sonic thing. And he's like, yeah, whatever, we'll hang out. Look at this. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty gorgeous. And it's new. There's new maps, there's new abilities, there's new all sorts of cool things. He's like skateboarding on vines. Look at this. Look at these levels. I'm super all about this. This is a really cool thing, and then you know, you get different characters. It looks like you can do multiplayer as well. So yeah, see, team up with friends. You know, like 4-player co-op couch. Done. In all the way. Let's go. Let's play this stuff. I don't know what this thing is where you're turning into like digital squids and you're flying around the levels. That looks pretty cool. I don't know. But look at this. It looks pretty impressive. I'm very, very excited about this. Really, really excited. This one I think it's Sega, so I'm imagining at the end you're going to see like the litany, like it's PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, Steam, blah blah blah. The thing that we can throw it on. Look at that. Look at that line right there. Sega, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, Epic Games, and Steam. Hey, it'd be really cool, Sega. Just throw a little bone over to the VCS. Throw that thing on the VCS. I'd play that. That'd be cool. That'd be a huge get too. But let's and then we got another little thing. There was like a post-credit thing, and you can sign up for an exclusive skin or whatever. Whatever. Who cares? And then like that guy's going, and like they teased it. Coming fall 23. Very cool. Very cool. I'm gonna go back and we'll take a look at this one again. It looks really, really cool. Like I could get down with some high res Sonic action. Like that 2.5D look. Very cool looking. Very cool. The character is still neat. They didn't go into any kind of weird thing like redoing the 3D model too much. It looks, kind of just jumps out of the page at you. Very neat stuff. Very, very neat stuff. So very, very excited for this one. Again, not too far away. Fall's looking pretty good for lots of cool stuff. So we're going to change gears a little. I'm going to talk about a game that just made its mark on Kickstarter, got 100% funded. It's a little different. The game's called Gate Zero, and it is a solely Christian-based game. It has a lot of stuff where it's like trying to teach you lots of things about like the Bible and like that kind of thing. But there was some cool technology here. And I think that it's the cool tech part that really interests me in this one. So one, the game looks pretty awesome. Engine wise, saying that they're using Unreal Engine 5 on this thing, looks very like Assassin's Creed-y, and it should, because apparently a lot of these people in this team in Norway were from Ubisoft working on Assassin's Creed. So like they're taking their talents and they're using this to tell you that these really cool excerpts from the Bible, right? But that's aside from the source material, right, and aside from like what's going on, the cool thing is, just like where we have couch co-op action over in the Sonic world, this game uses a feature that they're dubbing co-play. And what co-play is the ability to play on, this is going to be a Steam game, and they're hoping to put it on other things, Xbox, PlayStation, like that kind of thing. I don't know if it'll run on Switch. I don't know if it does that. I don't know if Switch is Unreal Engine 5 capable or whatever. But here's the interesting thing, right? So as you're playing, the co-play feature is, hey, there's an app, and you can just download the app on a phone. And while player one is playing, they get into, say, a mini game where they have to solve a puzzle, like moving like crates around in order to get to a vendor because he's locked behind the crates or whatever, right? Well, you can do it yourself. Or if you have the phone, it'll pull up like a sub game where you play like a little puzzle game on the phone. But as you're doing the stuff on the puzzle game on the phone, it interacts with the world, the 3D world that the player one character is playing. So you're literally in the world at the same time using the phone through some kind of weird connection to the server. And you're helping the player one character go through, and then you can just dip out and you complete the scene, you do whatever, and you get into the next mini game, and then maybe there's another one where you can co-op play again, and it's a different style of game. Maybe that one's like a rotating puzzle game, or you have to like alert some people to help some some people escape or whatever. It's really interesting. I actually got the chance to play. They had an open demo that you can download on itch.io, and I got to play it, and the tech is, like I'm saying, it's really, really slick and really cool. It drops in. You can drop in, drop out with like a code, kind of like if you're into schools, like kind of like a Kahoot, right? It's like like download the app and put in this code, and then that marries you somehow into a like an ad hoc connection, and then you're in and you're helping, like doing all these. It's a really cool experience because it brings people in. And sometimes it brings people in that, like, okay, you don't just like pass a controller and go split screen, to do whatever. You're doing different things. So if a player is really interested into like the Assassin's Creed running around, throwing things and all that kind of stuff, okay, fine, they can be player one. But the player two will say, oh, I'm not into that, but I'll play a puzzle game all day because I play like mobile games and stuff like that. But they can use that feature, right? I'm really, really interested in this. And the reason why is because I want that tech, and I want it everywhere. Like, how cool would it be to play not just this game, but other games in that sense, right? Kind of breaks boundaries to how players can interact with the game world. And you can get like non-traditional gamers in on the experience. So imagine playing like Final Fantasy or Assassin's Creed or whatever, and then you get to a point where, okay, cool, it's kind of cool to play, and some people watch you play while you're in the house or whatever, but you can just say, oh, you know what, I need your help on the side quest. Pull out your phone and then pull out the the Final Fantasy app, or the like whatever Tomb Raider app, or whatever you want, insert name of Halo, whatever, and I'm going to play this part. So I have to like do all these like intricate jumps or do whatever, but I need you to help me in this thing. And it's like the mini game, and it shows up, and you like do all the stuff on the phone, and it's basically just, oh, I know it's a match 3, I can do match 3, or it's a slide puzzle, I can do slide puzzle because I do it all the time, like a player 2, because it's casual gamer, right? And it melds the two worlds so that everyone's still like playing together inside of like a living room space. Really cool stuff. Very cool stuff. So anyway, things live on Kickstarter's got like 25 days left. It's already made it. So if you're into that kind of thing, go in there, hit the Kickstarter, hit the buttons, and then like they're already ready for the base game. So like they said that they made enough where the base game's going to get made no matter what. So there's going to be a demo that's going to go out later that you can check, then that'll be for free. But if you're interested in it, there it is. You put it in, whatever. Disclaimer: I went in on it because I got to see this thing. I got to see this thing. So I went in on the level where you can get like beta access or whatever, like 1 tier or 2 tiers up or whatever it was. If they let me, I'm going to show people what like a video about what the tech is. If you're interested about that stuff, let me know down in the comments below, and we'll make sure that at least I do 1 or 2 videos about this game and that tech, because I really think it's something cool. So definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, cool. Shifting gears back to the land of things we were waiting for on Kickstarter, and then finally are getting some updates. We're getting back into Unsung Warriors updates. We've got an update that happened just June 9th, late breaking news for Unsung Warriors. It's looking like we're finally getting the beta on the 30th of June. That's 20 days away from this recording right now. Got an announcement from Ramon. He says, "Hi all, today is an exciting but an important update about the beta because we're neck deep into development trying to save time." He says the following update is written by ChatGPT, and he like puts in like a funny little thing there. He's like, "Hey, that's a lot of words, but jokes aside, it's better addressed to you something we wrote ourselves. But here goes. As of June 30th, all backers of beta tier or higher will get to play in the beta. Awesome. The beta will include the following locations: the Village, the Great Hall, Elner's House, the Forge, the Cellar, the Underground Cave, the World Map, Seer's Hut, Dark Woods, and Dim Hollows, which actually you're seeing some of the stuff. I think this is the Dark Woods, and then this right here was the Dim Hollows. So you'll be able to see this kind of stuff. It contains 5 bosses, many different enemies, and give you a good idea about the mechanics, the look and the feel of the game. And for clarity, it's a beta, so it's not yet content complete. The mentioned locations from the opening section and the first dungeon, although it takes place in a forest, we're still building the rest of the game, and a message will pop up when you reach the end of the beta and say, hey, you're done. The beta will contain 2 difficulty modes, normal and hard. At the end of the beta, the arena will be unlocked, which was one of the Kickstarter stretch goals. They say, hey, what platform will you get the beta? We'll be using the answer you provided in the backer list survey. Beta backers will receive a notice to lock the order within a few days from now, so you got to check your emails on that. Mine is on Atari VCS, by the way. I backed on VCS. To access your survey, check your email for a message by backer kit sent in 2021, or use this page, the update page on the Kickstarter, to gain access to your survey, which is pretty cool. I backed at the €15 tier. When do I get to play the game? We don't have any announcements on that yet, but we expect to follow sometime after the beta is dropped. It also depends on the amount of feedback we receive. So if there's a whole bunch of feedback, like, yo, you got to fix this, it might delay things for those that are just looking for the game. But it's cool to know. I'm a content creator streamer like me. Can I publicly show the beta? We still have to decide on this, so I don't know if I can be able to show you and jump in. Can't do fun for fives on the beta until they say yes or no, of course. On one hand, we believe this can aid the game and reaching a broader audience, is what they say. On the other hand, we don't want to give away too many spoilers while people cannot purchase the game yet. Understandable. We'll be sure to provide clarity at the time when the beta drops. So they might say, hey, if you're going to do this, please don't show past X. And that would be fine. I would totally honor that. After the beta has been released, when can we expect the rest of the content and when will be publicly released? We won't be making announcements until we're confident we can make them, but we will be updating you bi-monthly. So we'll be getting back into Newslines, maybe probably flashcasts on this. And we'll announce a final date when we're close to release. And then what progress have you made on the to-do list? It said, here's the list we posted last time. And the progress since then. The Forge boss fight is done. The Dark Woods is done. The Dark Woods boss fight is done. And then the backer statue, painting, and NPC, there's 3 pieces of art left. 1 is done and 1 is in progress. And then testing and polish, several rounds of testing and polish have been done. Final polish is in progress. So they're really close. They're really close to getting this thing out. So that's it for now, is what they said. If you have any questions for us, please let us know in the comments via Discord or email. Anyway, back to work. We shall share more info as we are closer to the drop date. Very cool stuff. This was awesome. I loved playing the demo on VCS. I can't wait to get back in and play the beta. I'm hoping that the beta is still available for VCS. It'd be a little bit of a sad face if it wasn't, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get in there and play that, which is really, really cool. So this is the part where I would have said, oh, hey, we're done for this. But no, there was breaking news that came in and just, boom, just dropped a whole bunch of stuff on me as of about an hour before I did this recording. And that breaking news is there's another Polymega update that's in the works, and it's at the end of June. Now, as of the Discord, in the general tab, I guess there's a representative, somebody that works for Polymega, calls himself SIGS EGF, SIGSEGF, came in and put in a little things to say, hey, sorry, we've been away for a while. Crazy things have been happening, good things, and everyone's been busy. Still wanted to poke the head in and want to catch up on the channels. People were like, oh, hey, I hope that's really awesome. Does that mean there's going to be announcements coming? And then somebody directly asks, so the end of the month for the announcements? The response was correct, and one of the biggest ones we've ever made. I mean, the last one that they made, where they dropped like an app and like new hardware stuff and like Polymega Lite or whatever they call it, like that, whatever, all the crazy. There was 4 big things in a row, plus the announcements of we're getting ready to ship, and they should be shipping in July. For base units, and the Ultra 64 should also be shipping in July. Like, I don't know what else you can say after that other than, here's our announcement. Everything is shipping. You're getting your orders. We're cool. And also, by the way, that beta you were talking about for the thing, that's ready. Here you go. Everyone's playing Polymega everywhere. You can have Polymega on your computer. You can have Polymega on your base unit. You can have, Polymega, like Polymega in your drawer. You open it up and there's a Polymega. Like, everything's like we got acquired by another thing, and now everything is Polymega. I don't know, just whatever. I don't know what you could possibly say. I don't know. So I'm not going to speculate either, except for the fact that I will say this: if this huge announcement, the biggest that they've ever had, the biggest thing they've ever said, is not, hey, your base units are coming in the next like 30 or 40 days, you can't say it's the biggest announcement you've ever made without including the people that have been there for forever waiting for this thing. So if you're coming with the heat, you better bring it, because that's a hot drop, right? You saying those words, this is the biggest update ever. My expectation is I'm getting my base unit. That's my expectation. Just saying. I'm a patient person. Even if this update doesn't include it, I'm not going to like throw my hands up in the air and start flipping tables or whatever. I'm still going to wait. I'm in. I'm already in. You got the money. You've got all of it. I'm just going to wait for my thing. And when I get my thing, it's great. But just, you can't say things like that for people that have waiting for a long time, right? And then not deliver on at least that, right? The people are waiting for the thing. So if it's the biggest update ever, please have it include, you will get the thing. Please. Just saying. But that's like mega breaking news. Just wow. This feels good though. This feels good. I haven't done one of these in a long time. We're at a half hour almost of just nonstop news updates. We went from one to the next to the next to the next. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, it's June, right? So this is like, retro E3, roundup. Here's all the stuff. I mean, because E3 didn't happen this year. I guess maybe this is where all these announcements are coming from. But it's pretty cool. So with all of that being said, what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. What do you guys think about this story? What was your favorite story of the Newsline? That's a question I would like you to answer. If you made it here, 1, thanks for hanging in with me. And 2, what was your favorite story of the entire Newsline? That kind of like, it helps me out too, because if your favorite story of the Newsline was XYZ, it tells me like, oh, well, the next time I get a news update on whatever that was, I should probably do a flashcast about it because, well, at least you guys heard about it. And then conversely, well, is there anything that you said, I don't feel like hearing about that anymore? Let me know too in the comments below. That's fine, because, then at least in these big news lines, well, maybe I won't do a flashcast on those. I'll like slip it in on a big newsline roundup or something like that later. Because all of these things are interesting to me, and better believe that when all of these things come out, we're going to start rotating Fun for Fives of these things in there, because like, some of it is, Unsung Warriors is our Atari VCS game. Of course, we're going to Fun for 5 it. But even Rebirth and Ever Crisis, and if I can figure out a way of doing that, I gotta play it, guys. I gotta play it. And then of course, Gate Zero too, like that cool tech, and the Polymega is part of the pillars of the channel. Like I want to get to that so I can do things like, like play cool Sega Saturn games and PlayStation and all that fun stuff. So that is in the works, for sure. I just don't have the gear, because I need. There's my microphone. Polymega. I need my base unit. Thank you. Yes. If I get my base unit, I will make Polymega videos at least once a week. It's going to happen. Just, can I get it? Can I please? All right, fine. I'm done. I'm done with that. But anyway, again, let me know down below. All right, because that's what this whole channel is about. This channel is about getting stuff out there and showing you cool stuff, and then talking with you guys about it in the comments. Because that's what we do here. That's what we do here. And you know who does it better than anyone? The members of the Good Times Club. That's right. Yes, we've reached the end of a video here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions, and that, of course, I have to, because it's mandatory. I have to thank every single member of the Good Times Club. Because they're awesome and they keep pushing me to do really, really, really awesome things. So thank you to the EverCanadian. Thank you to Crimson Cross. Thank you to George Games. Thank you to Chris Westerman. Thank you to Phantom Fiction. Thank you to Skeletrex. Thank you to Lloyd R. Jim. Thank you to Papa Pete. Thank you to The Intellivision Gamer. And thank you to Karsten, all for being members of the Good Times Club. For without your support, this channel would just still be me and my face and my fun for fives and wandering the wilderness, figuring out what I'm going to do. You guys have been making an awesome impact here at Bacon Ice Cream Productions, and I think, you know, at least in my opinion, my content is all the better for it, and it's all really thanks to you guys, because you guys have been giving me awesome feedback in all of those backer only posts. So you know, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I really do treat the Good Times Club like it is a board of directors, you know, and I'm getting great feedback. So, you know, you keep that feedback rolling in, and we will keep rolling with these shows for not only them, but you all too. So, so thanks to everyone again for watching this epic Good Times Newsline. More of those will happen. You know, if we get steamrolled with a whole bunch of news and we got to catch up, well, that's what we're going to do. But until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich, and we will see you later. Take it easy, guys. Man, I need to get like some water or something. Say it. RTSC.baconicecream.com